Hey, yo, Guido coming at you with a coffee talk. We have Pilgrim today. Good morning, man. How you doing?
Good morning, Guido. Good morning, Colonials. Good morning, everybody else who's finally got themselves up in the morning to come and watch this coffee talk. Thank you very much. I'm fine, thank you. You?
Good. Stickler, thanks for the sub, man. Gator, Wayne, how's everybody doing? So, regale us of tales of this. Is it Cenotaph? Is that right?
Cenotaph. Yeah,
Cenotaph.
absolutely. Well, it was quite amusing, really, because when there's 10,000 of you waiting to march past, it gets somewhat boring. So we ended up actually sitting on the ground with a game of Ludo between six of us. Wait, the cameras never picked it up. But there were six of us sat in a little circle on the ground with a Ludo. So who brings a Ludo board?
What the
Who
hell
brings
is
the game
Ludo? I
of
don't even know what
Ludo
that
to
is.
the
What is
centre?
that?
It's
Cards?
yeah, no, it's a board game. It's just I don't know. You have little figures and all that sort of
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
People have put you right. Yeah, yeah. So it's fairly cool. But I mean, who brings that to a cenotaph? I don't know. Who brings that to a march past? Anyway, so yeah, we sat there and played Ludo for about 35 minutes until it was our time to do the tick-tocking past.
Nice.
So yeah, Ludo Cliffy, you spelt it right all the way wrong.
How? Somebody just had a Ludo board in their back pocket.
I've no idea. It was one of the lads. He just said, "Fancy a game of Ludo?" I went, "Yeah, okay." So he had a little satchel with him, and he pulled it out. I don't know what else was in the satchel. It could have been all sorts, you know. But yeah, who? I'm going to march past the cenotaph to remember our war dead and everybody who's fallen, and I'm going to take a whole load of board games with me. Because it's just a long wait to get past. But yeah, it was completely
Maybe,
bizarre.
maybe at the end of the day, the fact that you can sit there and play Ludo is maybe some of the point.
Exactly that. Exactly that.
You know,
isn't
maybe
it?
not all the point, but as long as you're not being
Yeah.
disrespectful, which you were not, that's pretty
No.
funny, man. That's great, though. That's good. How was the weather?
It was cool. Yeah, it was all right. It was dry. The sun did poke its head out, and it was just a bit overcast. That was it. It's fine. Um, this weekend, I've just gone. Saturday, yesterday, I went to the NEC. It's a National Exhibition Centre in
Okay.
Birmingham, so it's the biggie, and for the bike show. Remember?
Oh, right. I remember that last time.
Last year
Yep.
we did a stream from it.
That's
Last year.
right.
But it was pretty much same old this year. So I'll
Oh,
get
all right.
that.
Well, spill it.
Yeah.
What
Yeah, yeah.
what sort of I'm looking for? Contraband was smuggled back that the wife is now unaware of.
Well. I was given a budget of $250. So
So
yeah,
what you're saying is lessons
yeah,
have been learned by the House General,
yeah,
and she is now
yeah,
preempted.
yeah. She went. That's your budget. That's your budget. No $16,000 motorbikes.
So I'm
Just two
assuming a
hundred
new
fifty
bike has
dollars.
not appeared in the
No,
garage.
I
Garage.
took photographs of one.
Yeah.
And I
One you
yeah,
fancied?
yeah. I came over and went, "Have you seen this bike?" She went, "No." I went, "No. I just want to show you. No, no." Oh, all right.
That's
So
fantastic.
yeah.
Did
So
you tell her
yeah,
it's
I got
Christmas?
yeah, I got some Christmassy stuff. You know what I mean?
Good.
I got some bits and bobs which she can wrap up and give to me. Like I don't know I'm getting them.
That's right. That's
I'm
how
like,
we do.
oh,
That's how we
surprise!
do at our age, isn't it?
Yeah. Go and get what you want. We'll wrap it, and then you look surprised on
Dad, what
Christmas
do you
Day.
want?
All
I
right.
just if I want something, I just get it.
Yeah,
Anything
exactly.
else that I want that I don't get is well too expensive for any of us anyway. So there's no point in any of it.
That's exactly how it went.
Now my
It goes like
daughter,
that every year.
I should go grab it in the interim, and I can show it to you. She she's a good egg, man. But she was at a farmer's market up in Tallahassee, and there was a Brit gentleman who's an artist and an
Cool.
aviation artist, strangely,
Nice.
and had done a bunch of stuff for different RAF units and things like that.
Uh-huh.
And she got me an F-15 picture that the guy had
Oh.
drawn. I think it's a print, but he signed it. It's one of his art pieces.
Oh, very
I'll have to show you
nice.
guys.
What?
This,
F-15C?
I think it's supposed to be an E. You know, my
Okay.
kids don't. It's pretty funny. My kids don't exactly know what the hell I flew. They're very small when I retired. You know, they were both in third or second and fourth, something like that grade. So even though I then continued to do all the stuff and I've got all this stuff around, I don't know. It's just kids. You know what I mean? I didn't have a great idea what the hell my dad did. You know, even though that was completely his life.
Yeah,
You know, I do now because I joined the Air Force and I've since subsequently talked to him about it, and so now I have a really good idea. Plus, I was into the history. But my kid, so anyway, she's like, Dad, I hope this is the right airplane. I think it's supposed to be an E, and there's a bunch of
Nice one, though.
it's very strange on the bottom of it has a bunch of stuff, but what I think it is it's supposed to be a bunch of bombs because if the E is loaded wall to wall with bombs, there's a bunch of stuff hanging off of that bad boy. But it was the thought that counts. She thought about it. She chatted the guy up, and the guy was super happy to go and get the print and bring it. The next week, he brought it and she bought it. And so that was my birthday gift, which was very cool.
I think, because it was your birthday the other month, wasn't it? But I do think that, to be fair, daughters do think about presents a hell of a lot more than sons. Sons will give me a voucher to Weatherspoons, which you guys don't know what Weatherspoons is, but basically
I know what it is. Yeah.
Club. Oh, you know what it is.
Yeah, it's a chain. It's a chain of pubs.
That's it. Well, I don't drink, but you know what I mean? He'll just get me a voucher. I go, thank you. I'll go and enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Well, Weatherspoons always has food, right? That's their thing.
Yeah,
they have a big menu and all the pub food and whatever. If you fancy something fried or bangers and mash or whatever, that's
bangers and mash. Yeah, exactly.
Exponentially mediocre. You know.
Yeah,
because it gets the knock, doesn't it? Because it's kind of like you might call it around here. You might call it a Chili's. It's a chain. So the food is serviceable, but it's not going to knock your socks off. It's not bad by any means, but it's not fantastic.
It's supposed to quell the stomach from over drinking beer.
There you go. Let's see. Grindle says friend went. They made 2,000 and he.
that doesn't help, does it? That's economy of scale. That is.
She was like, I have $2,000 to. Nope, I don't. I have 500 less than I started with. Garage sales. Oh my goodness.
So much happens.
Garage sales are horrible.
I don't mind doing them because you make money for your tat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, so I went to a ship commissioning yesterday.
Did you really?
Yeah.
The old champagne on the side of the.
I learned some things. There's the launching.
Yeah.
There's the christening.
Right.
And then there's the commissioning. So the commissioning is when the ship is brought on the line. It's accepted into the fleet as an active ship. So this was a LCS, Littoral Combat Ship, also known as a little crappy ship. But no, it was great. It was the Pierre, and they did it here in Panama City. I'm not exactly sure why. I guess because there was a big enough space or something. I don't know. It was built in Mobile, in Alabama. It's been doing its trials and stuff. So yesterday was the official "You are now a ship," and they manned it with they ceremoniously manned it with the crew. All the crew runs on, and it was pretty cool.
Nice one.
Yeah, a lot
of. So when you say there's the launching, the christening, and then the commissioning. So the christening, I guess, is the bottle of champagne and everything. And then the launching is when it's first built and it's took off dry docking.
I think that the launching is it's in the water for the first time.
Yeah.
Then the christening, I don't know how exactly that works. Maybe the christening is when it starts its trials and workup and all the things. And so
and then when it's commissioned, it becomes
it's no longer under construction and being worked up. It is an active ship, and so it joins the fleet.
Nice one. Excellent.
The little pennant goes up, the streamer. I don't know. The Navy loves their flags. There's a million flags and all kinds of different reasons why stuff goes up and comes down, and they fly a flag or they don't fly a flag, and the admiral's flag and the whoever's flag and the blah blah's flag.
Because they talk to each other that way, don't they?
Yeah.
They've never heard of a radio.
Yeah. Well, Leaf fan, I kind of thought that, and that might also be true, but it was not known as the U.S. It was not the USS Pierre until yesterday. It was LCS 38. that
Okay.
everyone knew it was going to be the Pierre, and that's everything that was going on with it. So again, I'm not an expert on this. I learned everything I learned yesterday just chatting with my Navy buddy that I went out there with. So I take all of this with a grain of salt. But my understanding from what he said is yesterday it was officially the USS Pierre. It's still LCS 38 USS Pierre, but that USS piece was done yesterday.
I'm laughing. Do you know why I'm laughing? Because every time I hear, see, we get HMS, His or Her Majesty's ship.
Yeah.
You get USS. But every time I hear USS, I see, for some reason, Star Trek clicks in my head. I know it's not USS.
United Starship, yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. United States ship and Her Majesty's ship, right? Or His Majesty's, depending on which one it is. I guess it's His Majesty's now, isn't it? It's been a long time since it's been His Majesty's.
Yeah, has it ever?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's been 80, 90 years, maybe. I don't know, 100 years, possibly. No, 80 or 90 years, because the Queen was 97, I think, when she died. So.
Yeah. Oh, Stoic said, did Pilgrim see the fake Rear Admiral on Remembrance in Wales?
Yeah, I can't believe this guy actually thought he was going to get away with it. In Wales, I actually had a picture on my phone. But basically, he dressed as a Rear Admiral with a load of medals, right? With a load of medals.
All the medals.
And
everything.
Yeah, just all
World
the medals,
War
all the
II,
medals. You know,
Korea, Falklands. He was a pilot.
Yeah, he was
and a captain.
He was in the Navy. Yeah, all that lot. And he actually went on a parade thinking he was going to get away with it, and he was a school teacher, right? I don't know what possesses these people to do this.
I can't figure that out. Yeah, dude.
Well, he was, look, if you want to wear a uniform, join and serve, or go to the Boy Scouts or something. I don't know. Yeah. Or be a nurse. You can wear a uniform, be a nurse, can't you?
It is bizarre, though, because we have the same thing here. It happens all the time. People just they buy all this stuff and they walk around.
Yeah. But you've done the right thing. You've called it stolen valor, and it's illegal. So you can be basically arrested for that. You know what I mean? And certainly, there's guys over in the US who will pull these people up, the Walter Mitties and all this lot.
Yeah.
Over here, it's illegal to wear the Queen's uniform or the King's uniform if you haven't served. But, I mean, it's a slap on the wrist. It's basically a £20 fine or something stupid like that. So it's not illegal to impersonate a member of the military. It's illegal to wear the uniform. But, it's hardly taken
seriously. Yeah, because that gets into laws about spying and others,
and all that lot.
Which is not necessarily what these people are doing. But I'm not a huge fan of the stolen valor law. I understand why, and I'm not saying let people do it, but on the other hand, let people do it. Whatever, you know what I mean? When they get caught,
if they want to make a complete tit of themselves, that's up to them.
Exactly.
You know
and if they're going to be out in the public and you catch them and you out them, I have no problem with that. They brought that on themselves. They went out in public with that. Whatever.
Yeah.
The whole arresting, whatever. I'm sure there will be people who disagree with me, but I think our law enforcement has a lot of better things to do than worry about some clown because invariably, if you've served, you can smell these dudes from 100 yards away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Although, to be fair,
demeanor, the whole character. When you look at, even before you get to speak to somebody like that, just the way they hold themselves, just the way they're dressed, they're dressing themselves off pictures, not real life. So you sort of, I mean, this geezer, his sleeves were like that, and he was Royal Navy. Well, Royal Navy have got more discipline about them than most forces because the Royal Navy has always been that way.
Yeah, so it was ill-fitting.
Yeah, and you're like, man, that would never be an admiral. That would, be lucky if it was a rating. You know what I mean?
Some of these senior officers are fastidious to a fault.
And they've got slaves, batmen, whatever.
I was about to say that even the retared ones sometimes have people around them. Like, for one thing, if they're married, their wives they become part of this team. That a wife
Yeah.
will never let him get out the door with something wrong on his uniform, man. They get invested in the whole thing too. The ones that are the most successful, as I've kind of paid attention to it over the years. Again, I'm not super into it, but the ones that last the longest, the common thread is they don't interact with people very much.
No.
You know what I
that's
mean?
the one.
They just kind of do it, and
Yeah.
the ones who get caught as soon as they talk, and often
Yep.
the ones that get caught early, they're full of shit. You can tell
Yeah.
they're always talking about it. They're always saying what they did, and you're like, "What are you talking about, man?"
Yeah. Yeah. We had a guy called Jonah who was a Royal Marine. Who was he was. I mean, that's up to him. He did a YouTube channel where he sort of tried to catch Walter Mitty's. That's up to him if he wants to do that. That's fine. But
Oh
he
yeah,
was
we went
funny.
looking for him. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, he was funny. They were at London. There was it must have been Weymouth. They were doing a Royal Marine reunion,
yeah.
and it was all they were all outside. And this geezer turned up with a green beret, Royal Marine beret, with a Navy cap badge as opposed to a Royal Marine cap badge. And Joe just goes, "Where did you serve?" And he went, "Oh, I was down the Falklands." And he went, "Down the Falklands?" He said it was quite intense down there, wasn't it? And there was only like 4.2 and 4.5 commando down there. He said, and I pretty much know everybody that was down there. I didn't see you. I was, and then it was all coming out. I was secret covert. I was.
Yeah, that's always it, isn't it? That's always Oh well, you didn't hear about SEAL Ranger Undercover Secret Team 77.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, really? Just piss off, boy.
I reported directly to the president.
Yeah, I had no chain of command. It was just an order from the press.
Of course, and that's the thing, that there's so many things that out them, but just that kind of thing, you're like, all of a sudden, well, actually, if all of that was true, you wouldn't be talking about it.
No, exactly. That
You know what I
didn't
mean?
even
And the
show up
deeper
on
you
the-
go, the less you'd be talking about it.
Yeah,
That's just
exactly.
hilarious. And going back to the beginning of it, I don't understand why. I can't wrap my cranium around it. And I guess they just crave the attention. Someone said a free meal at Golden Corral Gator. Yeah. Sometimes that's
Yeah,
it though in the States, because there's a
Yeah.
lot of discounts and things for veterans and this, that, and the other. And they just want to be the big man, I guess.
Well, you see, we've just introduced something that stops this now, because I'll show you.
F-16s in the Royal Canadian Air Force who never had F-16s. Yeah.
That's what we've got now.
Yeah.
So you can't be a veteran unless you've got one of them, and
Yeah.
you can't get one of them unless you've got a regimental number, a service number, and have served.
Yeah.
So we've stopped that now. So the easiest thing to do is just say to a guy, "Can I see your veteran's ID card, bro?" And if he hasn't got one, then he's walking on thin ice, isn't he? You know what I mean? You're like, on your way, brother.
Yep. How did we get there? Oh, the ship thing. So that was cool.
Anyway,
Enjoyed
yeah.
that. It was a good day.
Yeah, that was fun. Sounds
and-
like fun.
And did I already say Christmas is up? I guess I did. I said that at the beginning. And that's kind of what I've been
Yeah.
doing. A little bit
Yeah,
of.
no, you said it to me. You didn't. Yeah, you
Oh,
said
I
it
didn't
to
say to
me.
everybody. Yeah, so Christmas is up in
right.
the house, fellas.
Christmas is up and down, but thankfully not on your screen because we can't see anything Christmas there.
I
so
know,
that's
actually, she didn't put.
good. That's good. Yeah,
I don't
normally you
know
have
if
something
I-
behind you, don't you?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm off the list. Maybe I'm on the naughty list.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe she decided.
Maybe Santa's not coming for you this year.
Well, there's birthday cards from the kids in the family up there, but there's no. I don't know. Maybe.
Well, there you
don't
go.
know. It was a bit
Well,
like
that's-
a military operation, though, because the Santa Clauses, trees, and snowmen marched out from every cabinet and orifice of the house, like a military attack. It's something. You know how wars are won on logistics?
Yeah.
In terms of, if my wife was going to fight a Christmas war, we would win. In one day, 8,000 troops were deployed in my house. With all
You woke
support,
up, got up in the morning and it was festooned.
with all
Festooned.
support, infrastructure, and equipment in place and ready.
She goes, Operation Christmas time. It's about to begin.
Yeah, Lee
Money
fans
minded, right?
sent me a note say christening a ship is a traditional maritime ceremony to officially get a vessel a name, invoke a blessing. Okay, so I think probably what it is then is the USS part is not official until the commissioning. So it was the LCS 82 Pierre. It was the USS Pierre as of that day. So that makes sense. Griswolds of the Gulf. We are the Griswolds. What's that?
LCS, what's it stand for? Landing craft or something?
Littoral combat ship.
Okay.
So the idea was, is Blue Water's the deep water Navy, I think.
Yeah.
And Littoral is the near the coast stuff. So
Okay,
it's not very
it's
big.
not- right, but it's not flat bottomed, is it?
This one is one of the tri-hulls. There's two classes in the LCS category. One is a standard single hull. This is one of the tri-hulls. It looks like a little kind of spaceship looking thing.
Nice stuff,
And,
yeah.
Yeah, and it's fast, it's light. It doesn't have a whole lot of armament. The idea was it was going to be modular, meaning you could put any mission module on it. But as most things developed like that are, it was not great and expensive. And changing it out was not easy. So they've kind of landed on it being an anti-mine countermeasure ship, essentially.
Okay, so coastal waters then.
Yes. Yep.
I asked the reason why is I spent 18 hours on a what they call an LCL landing craft, logistics landing craft, when I was down in South America, and 18 hours on a flat bottom boat on the sea induces the most dire session of vomiting that you would ever wish to have.
Yeah.
I mean, 18 hours of just leaning over the edge, giving it you-ha to the big white god down the telephone. No, I mean, it was just absolutely horrendous. I couldn't wait to get off it, and I never went back on it. I'd rather walk the length of South America than ever get on one of those again.
Well, I guess the LCS, especially the tri-hull one, is very it's hard on the crew because, again, my Navy buddy knows a lot more about it, so I'll try to paraphrase. But essentially, the way it's designed with 3 hulls, when you're on any kind of seas, it's not necessarily a rolling motion. Everything's very sharp because it rights itself quickly because it's so wide with the tri-hulls.
Yeah.
So if you're in any kind of seas, everything is just like a problem. You know, there's no kind of flow to it. It's all very herky-jerky is what my understanding. So they're not very pleasant to be on in any kind of rough seas.
No ship is pleasant to be on, Guido. No ship.
Good point. Yeah.
I couldn't be in the Navy if you paid me.
No. No, that was never on my...
Never a consideration,
yeah.
no.
What else? So we got... What am I doing? I'm working on... flop over here. Played a bit this week. We are working...
no, you streamed a bit.
I did. Streamed on Friday. That was cool. Thanks for everybody coming by. Getting close to finishing up the Panzer 7, which I am in danger of being above 50% in. So that's been a long slog. I don't hate this thing. It's buff. Its recent buff did it well. I'm not saying it's good, but it's better than it was. This thing's a monster. Useful. You have one of these, the 752?
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah,
the
definitely
little
is.
autoloader on this thing. Plus the armor is so trollish, and it's such a compact little tank. This is a heavy. And it's...
It doesn't play like a heavy, does it?
Well, it's just not the size of a heavy. I mean, even the 279's a small heavy, and this thing's even smaller than that. And it's nice and low, so it's not a very big target. Side scrapes really well. Turret's good. It does have some tumors. But the little autoloader is slapping for 390, and you have 3 shots. I really like this thing. The Nomad, playing that. I don't know. It's fine.
Well, I've never played that. I've got it, but because it's just a
charioteer. It's just a charioteer.
Charioteer, isn't it? Yeah.
CC Mark.
I mean, I've got what you got there. I mean, I know it's only £100. I've got 57% win rate on me charioteer.
I'm at 60 with 43 battles, so it's a pretty good little tank. Although my DPG is terrible, so that 60 is probably...
Yeah, but it's a pew-pew gun, isn't it? It's a bit of a popper.
I know it's got the Hesh round, but that Hesh round isn't super impressive on that tier 8.
No.
I mean, it can hit for 500 if you pen, but it can also hit for 30.
Yeah.
Which is painful.
Yeah, exactly that, yeah. It is painful.
Yep. CC Mark 1, we're at 46, so I'm actually climbing out of the pit of that one. We're getting along with that. I like the Progetto 65. That's pretty fun. I'm sitting at 58 with it. The Grom. The Grom is a love-hate for me. I'm at 55 with it. It's so much fun when you're hitting for 800, but if you're on a map where you have any kind of standoff, because it's not a super agile. I mean, it's okay agile. It's a casemate, but it doesn't have a bunch of armor. So on some maps, you got to make a decision. Do I go up and be something very dangerous up close, or do I want to sit back for a while? And then when you shoot somebody for 250, you're like, oh my gosh, this sucks.
Yeah, I can see where you're at with that. I mean, it's all or nothing, isn't it? I think.
It is, because if you get close and you're like, awesome, I'm going to do 800, you can shed hit points quickly in a casemate, especially one that doesn't have great armor like it. I don't even know why this thing exists. The Prototypo 6, this thing is ridiculous. It's a better Progetto.
Yes, yeah, no, I get that, yeah.
In fact, let's take a look at it, because I still can't figure this thing out, why it's even in the game. Let's put a Progetto here. Does anybody think it's worse, or do they like the Progetto better? I'm not sure what the Progetto's advantage is over this thing.
Well, I like the Progetto for its autoloader, but its armor absolutely spanks. It's rubbish.
Well, and that's the thing. The Prototypo is also an autoloader.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, So if you can play that armor, then that's fine. But I just find I like the Progetto because of that auto loading, roader, reloader, whatever it is.
I mean, imagine
I struggle with it. I can't
Yeah.
get out front and hit things and get in the way of stuff. I have to hide all the time.
I mean, it's a subject. It's a subject, really, the power creep in the game. Imagine that you have a premium as good as the Progetto
Yeah.
46, that in order to sell more tanks, premium tanks, your next premium tank has to be better than the Progetto 46 to
Exactly. Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that. Because I mean, if you go front lines, it used to get me swamped with Progettos.
Yeah.
Absolutely swamped. So, yeah. It
So
still is on EU as well.
Let's take a look at this. Just the base model. So we have a 300 Alpha versus a 240. It has to be said that the Progetto does load faster, so there's one advantage. Total, it's 33 seconds for the Prototypo and 25 for the Progetto, and the Progetto's third shell is in 6.9. The Progetto actually is kind of a competitive medium, even without its other two shells, with a near 6-7 second reload. So that's probably its one thing. They both have -9. The Prototypo is a slightly longer aiming, but it's more accurate. Honestly, I'd almost rather take that. They have the exact same DPM, which is hilarious. The Prototypo actually has some armor on the turret at 170, which is useful-ish.
Yeah, that'll be the difference.
Useful-ish. And that is actually pretty important, because then you're going to get more bounces, obviously, off of a 170 than you are off of an 80.
Yes.
Speed-wise, the Progetto is 5 kilometers an hour faster. And the Prototypo is 4% better with concealment, and the Progetto does have 10 more view range. But they're so close. I don't know. I just think the prototype seems much better to me.
Yeah. And it's probably got, I don't know. We say this without really knowing about it, but it's probably got soft stats that give it a little bit of an extra that you can't look at.
That could be. Yeah, that could be.
You know.
So those are the tanks we're doing. I think I'm also running. Oh, I'm playing the Kurovets a bit as well. This is just another. It's a IS-3, IS-6, WZ-111, whatever. It's kind of the same tank as all those. It's slow, good armor, hits for 390 like all the 122s, except for the. What's the Russian one that inexplicably has a better Alpha with a 390? There's a Russian premium that for some reason has it, but I can't remember which one it is.
No, I can't. I don't think I've got it either.
Win rate is vastly different. Now that I didn't look at. Let's take a look at that. win rate of the Prototipo and the Progetto medium tanks. Boom. What do we got here? Yeah, the Prototipo is second in win rate. Where's the Progetto? Whoa. Holy cow. It's not even on this list. It's way down here. Of course,
Is it played a lot on NL?
well, there's
'Cause I
way
know
more
EU it's
Progettos,
played a
isn't
lot.
there? Yeah, Progettos have been
Yeah.
around for a long time. It's way down here, but it has, in the last 30 days, 46,000 games, and the Prototipo has 14,000. Still a decent amount.
Okay.
Now, let's see if EU's different. Prototipo's fit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 on EU.
Right.
A little bit different. Of course, take all this with a grain of salt. That's crazy. The 44-100 is number 1 in the EU.
Yeah. See, these are a lot played on Frontline as well.
Do these take into account Frontline?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, that's a good point, actually. If
Because
they don't,
Frontline
then
it just
there's a
went
lot.
on, right? Or is on, or whatever.
Could well be.
Don't
yeah.
know.
No, says Cliffy.
It does not. Okay, that kind of blows my mind, actually. And that's a lot of battles, 120,000. So it's not like it's being. It's not like it's a niche tank played by a few people.
No. Just
Huh.
gonna look and see if I've got it. Can't remember if I've got it now.
I don't know what to make of that. That's crazy. Chimera second, Meal first warrior, AMX 30. These are all pretty standard. Bit of a different lineup, though, really, between EU and NA on medium tanks. I mean, the Chimera and
Yeah.
Prototipo and Meal are all up there in the AMX, but then we get some very different tanks getting thrown in the mix. Our 44-100s down here, still good. Not as popular, though. Look at the Barask, 100,000 battles.
I know. That is just that. That is just a. If you want to talk about tanks that affect the game, they affect the game if they're played properly.
It's twice the
People
nearest.
play them properly.
Twice the nearest. Now, where's the Meal? Because the Meal will add on top of that's the same damn tank anyway. That's only 8,000 there, so 108,000 of that tank. That's twice the nearest competitor, Progetto 46, which is also extremely popular. I like how the 122 TM.
Heisenberg is asking how you get the Prototipo. I'm not sure.
How did that come out, guys? Cliffy
I'm not
will know.
sure.
Cliffy, how did the Prototipo
Yeah.
come out? Was it a... I don't know. It was a box tank, wasn't it? One of the recent boxes.
Was it? Was it a this year box?
Right, Cliffy? That's my problem. I can't remember. Let's find out. As a premium tier 8 medium tank in a special event, likely a battle pass chapter. It says likely? Why would it not know? I guess it was a battle
wonder
pass.
if it was a battle pass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it a marathon?
Yeah, I think it was
could've-
a
yeah.
special battle pass marathon thing. Yep. Which means I probably ended up buying it essentially
Yeah.
because I haven't finished one of these battle pass. And in fact, I just slid the slider on the H3 thing, whatever it is, the
Yeah.
Walking Dead, because that ends today. By the way, guys, that ends today.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing there. I am on hold. Oh, you did ask about house stuff. There is one thing that I've been ignoring. I demoed that fence, and I still haven't got around to fixing it. But I've been out of town.
No way! That's been like a month.
It
now.
has, and it's. I've been given a what do I want to? How do I want to say this? Oh, not a goal, but a
task.
a task, yes, but a timeline. I guess let's put it that way. It has to be done
Okay.
before the New Year's party, the porch party.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you now understand why your room has been or is devoid of Christmas decorations. Do you now understand?
I am on the naughty list.
You are on the naughty
Look
list.
at everybody. Ultimatum. I'm like, yeah, I want to do that. I guess it is an ultimatum, isn't it?
You've put your foot down this year, haven't you?
No presents. No presents. No nothing until fence is fixed.
Yeah.
You know what the
that's
worst
it.
part of it is, Pilgrim? It's worse. It's just worse. It's even worse than my wife because our neighbor, who we love dearly, lovely lady, lived there since we lived there, and that's the fence between our yard, and she has a pool over there. And I told her, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna pull down this old fence, clear out all these weeds and bushes, and I'm gonna put up another fence. So not that we don't love each other, but so if you have somebody on your porch, because she has a little screen porch over there too, you can have your own life, and we can do our own thing. But so point is, there's 2 ladies that are involved at this point.
So now you've made a promise to 2 ladies, and you can see why there's no Christmas decorations there.
In
Absolutely.
retrospect, I've made a huge error in judgment.
Yeah, have you ever? Have you ever? Because you've got one that will just stare at you over the non-existent fence, looking at you
Yeah.
with the evil eye, as if to say, this guy talks the talk but can't walk the walk. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then you've got one in the house that's like, what Christmas decorations?
My mouth has made promises that I have been unable to deliver
Yep.
on. And while I appreciate this therapy session, you guys suck.
That'll be it. That'll be it. You'll wake up Christmas Day or in Christmas Eve, whenever you do your presents, and
Yep.
there'll be, as the boys have said on chat, a lump of coal wrapped in some silver paper.
Or there'll be some posts and fence pickets
Even
on
better.
the front lawn, having been delivered that night by
Yeah.
the wife calling
Yeah.
Lowe's or Home Depot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh man.
Get the message.
Nope, not going to hire it out. Nope. Fence builders. They require a lot of supervision, fence builders, I've found out in my life. These are not the...
And the thing is, with your particular situation, if you don't get the right fence builder, he's not going to know that you're actually living on a swamp. So before they
Yeah.
when they start to dig down and it fills with water, they ain't gonna deal with that, are they?
Well, I'm also willingly buying myself some more trouble because I'm changing the style of the fence and I'm starting back there next to the porch screen room. And it's going to have to eventually go out to the road, so the entire fence on the left and right side of my house is all going to have to be changed to the new style so it'll look correct. So really, I've bought myself a significant fencing event.
Haven't you just?
Yeah.
Haven't you just?
So, and the more I think about it,
half, sir.
the more I think about it, the less impressed with myself I am.
Yeah, it's a shame you don't have an eject button on that chair of yours, isn't it?
That's all right.
I'll be banging it now.
Yeah, we need that. We need the eject button for
Yeah,
guys who have
yeah.
gotten themselves into trouble with their wife. Just
Yeah, gone, out, done.
yep, out the top of the house. Nice little nylon let down a block away, maybe near the bar.
Yeah. Yeah.
It should
yeah,
land near the pub.
Yeah, absolutely. With minimal injuries, of course, but just enough that you can't walk back home.
Yours would need to also fire your motorcycle out of the garage and land near you.
Yeah. Or I actually land on my motorcycle
All right,
and then
that's
ride
okay.
off. There we go.
All right.
I do.
That's a technological advance that we're gonna have to work on. But I like your idea, though. I love your idea. Your vision is solid. Yeah. If you could get to the bike, you could just fire yourself off with the bike at the same time.
Yeah.
But you don't always have that option. It depends on how much danger you're in at the time.
Oh, talking motorbikes. I came home. I went to. We had some very high winds the other day and a little bit of rain. So quite a lot of rain, really. But anyway, not as much as you guys get. But yeah, anyway, it was bad. I came home to my other motorcycle, which I keep out the front, which is my winter hack, on its side, because I'd got a motorcycle cover on it, keep the rain off, but the wind had caught it, 80 mile an hour winds had caught it, and it acted like a sail, and it just took the motorbike. I've got a Ring camera, so I'll be able to watch it later. I was watching it later on. Watch this motorbike just lift itself off its stand and just disappear sideways.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so I got home. Various neighbours attempted to try and lift it back up, but it was too heavy for them, right?
Oh, jeez.
So I got back home. Yeah, I got back home, and the house general and me managed to get it back up on the stand. So I checked it out. It was dark, so I left
mess it up, did it?
Overnight. Well, the only thing that broke was the brake lever on the right-hand side. So that's the only thing. I mean, $25 for a new one, so I've just ordered a new one. I'll fit it later. But I don't know why or how it didn't destroy the right-hand side of the bike when it went over, but yeah, I was very lucky. But it was quite funny to come home and see it lying on its side. I was like,
sounds like the handlebar. Sounds like the handlebar took the majority of the impact.
Well, I've got because it's my winter hack. I've got a top box on the back as well, so that took a little bit of damage. So I think because it projects out from the side of the bike, the top box took it and the handlebars took it.
Yeah,
so,
those are the contact points.
Very lucky, yeah. But it was quite funny watching it on the Ring camera because you wouldn't imagine that something as heavy as a motorbike would be lifted by the wind, would you?
Well, that's good because now your bike is pre-laid over. Now you don't have to be on it when it happens.
Yeah, that's the thing. Well, I went to the NEC on it yesterday, so it works fine.
Excellent.
Yeah. Sorry, anyway.
That's all. I don't know, Heisenberg.
That was a tangent.
I don't know. Chieftain's video, one in Boston. There you go. So there's a couple options right there. All right, fellas. Shall we shill?
Yeah, let's do it. Have you got your slow light on?
I do. Slow. I'm bringing in the slow light. Yours is over. Yours is overachieving. Very energetic.
Well, yeah, I was going to say either mine's on caffeine, or you've got energy saver light bulbs in there, or what's that?
I just wanna shout out to the Gators for giving it a shot yesterday. They gave it a shot.
Go?
Well, ultimately,
you get it on Channel 5 over here, free of charge. So I meant to watch it yesterday, but didn't get around to it.
Ultimately, they were overpowered, but it wasn't the shellacking that was probably expected.
No, that's good.
But Bama lost, which was pretty crazy.
Okay. I thought they were the top notch. I thought they were good.
They were, yeah, they were. They've probably got one of the hardest schedules. Turns out this year, often when you start the year, you look at the schedule and they make rankings of how hard the schedule's going to go. But halfway to 2/3 through, you know which teams are actually really good. You look at Bama's schedule; it's probably one of the hardest out there, and they were doing pretty well, undefeated in the SEC, but they just lost to Oklahoma. Texas A&M should have lost that game. And I really wish they had, because I don't think they're that good.
When you say should have lost the game, were they just playing abysmal but got
away? They were. They went down 30-10 to South Carolina in the first half, and then South Carolina didn't score again, and Texas A&M scored the next 21 points and won. Yeah, there you go, and won by 31-30, and I was highly disappointed.
Yeah. No, that's good. No, I mean, if you start off a game like that, you've got to take advantage of that and keep pressing.
Yeah.
No good sitting back, is it?
Yep. Yeah, the OU fans are going to be miserable. I was very surprised by that, and actually, people say this all the time, but I'm going to say it anyway. Alabama should have won that game. They were the better team. Generally, they played better, but throwing pick sixes and then multiple fumbles and interceptions, it's hard to win.
Yeah.
They were still close at the end, but they beat themselves, honestly.
Yeah.
So,
do you think they sat back, or do you think the plays were not executed correctly?
Well, Bama just on it. Well, I guess there's also an argument they could have lost by more. They could have lost by more if their defense hadn't done like a 2 or 3 goal line stands. So, but neither team's defense was exactly lighting up the world. Like they made their plays on occasion and kept each team in it, but I think Bama made more offensive mistakes. Really.
Oh, okay, all right, that makes sense then. Yeah.
But I don't know. It's like any game that's close. There's always those 5, 6, 2, 3, whatever plays that had gone one way or the other would have changed the result.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did they have double the yards? Yeah, I knew their offense was cooking. the whole time. They just struggled to put points. I think they missed 2 field goals. Is that right?
Wow.
Stalled out with a minute left. Yeah, jeez. Anyway,
What
yeah, it was
distance were
good.
the field goals taken?
Huh?
What distance were they taking the field?
I don't
goals?
remember. They weren't very long. I don't think Alabama has a lot of confidence in their kicker because with 6 seconds left, they ran a play to get about 5 yards closer, and they're already in just about anybody's field goal range. So this kid, they wanted to get every inch they could. So they took a chance on a 6 second left in the half. Then I think he missed the shot anyway.
Oh man, I bet a huge flavour of the month.
Oh yeah. I don't know why Alabama can't get good kickers. I guess they just don't prioritize it, but they always seem to have bad kickers. Oh, it was 1 miss, 1 block? Okay, I didn't realize there was a block in there. Well, that's even worse. Jeez. Well, all right, cool. Oh, yeah, we're going to shill.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
What is going on in the sales department? Really, we're all just waiting for Christmas, aren't we? Every year I say that.
I think, yeah. It's
Everywhere,
is it?
every
Yeah.
year it's true. We are in the awaiting Christmas situation in this game. Hey, I asked AI who the collab was going to be. I asked Grok who the collab was going to be this year.
Really? What came up?
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Yes, that sounds great. Mm.
Then I dug into it a little bit more, and it's kind of interesting how it does it. If you don't get like the premium versions of the AIs, it's a very cursory scan, and they kind of look to the same places. And once I dug into how it got to that, it mentioned a Reddit poll where a bunch of people voted.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it was more of a who would you
Yeah.
really want to do it kind of thing. And of course, it's from the list of names that are given on the poll. So you kind of see where we're
Right.
going with this. It scans the internet, the very obvious places, especially the free AIs. So I got the picture after reading it that really all it did was look at a couple polls and, you know, blah, blah, blah. Because there were other names, Sylvester Stallone and I don't know, a couple others you would recognize. So anyway, Grok on a cursory look thought it was The Rock. I don't think it's going to be The Rock though. I don't
I don't know. There's been no indication, has there? There's been no
and I don't think he's
leading to it.
yeah.
There's been no words.
No. So I thought that was pretty funny. I had that little inspiration this morning. Hold on, we gotta.
Here's the thing about the shop. Which is slightly annoying. Wargaming. Not that you listen to us at all, but it is slightly annoying. If you've got a coupon and you apply it to a purchase that you want to buy, and then you decide different and then backtrack, that coupon disappears. You can't. There's nothing. You can't get it back, even though you've not used it because you didn't purchase that item. But you went
really?
as far as. Yeah, I've just done it this morning. I got a 15% discount purchase.
So you applied it to look at the price, and then when you came out, it was gone.
Yeah. Then come out, it was gone. It's now I've got zero coupons left. I was like, yeah, thanks, Wargaming. Good one. Yeah.
They said thank you
So I'm
for the
not buying
coupon.
anything.
See you later.
Yeah, exactly.
See you later, fatty.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right,
Anyway,
TL7.
I digress.
I think this is actually this is a Watt Salute, so not everyone's going to have that. As is the G-Sor. The Pancake tank is out though. The Panzernik. Whatever. That's just a big armored tank thing. I don't have that one, so couldn't talk to it. CS52C. I just finished the 100 Battle Challenge on that. It's an okay tank. 56 TP. That's on my list of things to do. It's just a bog standard heavy, I think. Polish, I believe, or Czech, one of the two. I think it's Polish.
Yeah.
And some packages. And honestly, that's it. You really should be saving your money up for boxes if you're spending money on the game anymore. That's where that's your next purchase, fellas, is going to be boxes. Missions wise, there's a couple going on, which you've probably done just by playing the game. And the first one's the Veterans Day thing. So I finished that. That's just some doodads. Some kits. A couple inscriptions. Speaking of inscriptions, I'm going to show you something here in a minute I didn't know existed. Polish Independence Day, same thing. Some doodads. You should have probably finished those up by just playing the game. But take a look at them. They're going away quickly. This one goes to the 17th, and this other one goes to the 17th, which is tomorrow. So if you want to finish those up, those have to be done today. The thing that I found out, I don't know if you knew this, Pilgrim, if you go to your depot, and you go down here to this brush, which is, there it is, yeah, the brush right here. You click on that, it takes you to a screen that displays styles, camouflage patterns, and other elements that are not compatible with any vehicle in your garage.
Really? Oh, that's interesting.
Now, I don't know what the use of that is.
Neither do I.
All these can't be sold. Now, I assume if they're sellable, it would help you.
So if you haven't got the tank, but they give you the style,
yeah,
what a waste of time that is.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good, Wargaming. Just like the coupon thing, isn't it? Make it
so I don't understand. Not compatible with any vehicle in your garage. But I have the Crocodile, I have the Nurgle, I have the Mule, and I have the CDT. So I don't even know why these are here. These are interesting because these are the Concept 1B that I had rental on or something like that. A while back, I played it for a while. So I understand those. That tank's not even in my garage, so I get that. This is the Project Ion, which I have. So I think what I've done is I've changed the styles on it. I've put like a 2D style or something on all those tanks, maybe. So it took off the flags and things that are on there. That's the Rambo, the Alembic, the 832. I have all these, so I don't understand why this is even here. No idea. So.
Okay, well that's interesting. Yeah.
For everybody else, you might be able to check that out. I mean, maybe even there's some of those you can sell. I mean, I don't know. I don't know why that's even there, is my point. It's very strange. Hold on, I'm moving a little text box around. All right. That's all of that, fellas. That's it for missions and stuff. There's nothing. You're waiting for Christmas, guys. You think the description is wrong? Yeah, could be. I mean, that thing's only existed for 4 years, so.
Yeah. I mean, don't forget, I mean, you can go to the, what's it called now? They've still got that beta version of... the
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame,
yeah. Hall of Fame is still in beta.
Not without precedence, is it?
That's a hell of a point. It is indeed not without precedence. Oh, Wargaming never change. You guys are amazing. All right, we've been at it just about an hour.
Just got out of his pilot seat and arrived. Well done, Brute.
No Brute in the house? What's happening, man? Tardy arrival? No, you're good. Reverse FOMO? Yeah, it could be that the description is wrong, but I don't understand. I'm sure there's plenty of tanks that I've changed the style on, and it's taken off elements that were there. Maybe that's just the way they built those particular tanks, because those are all... What's the common thread between those? I don't know if there is one.
Don't know.
Like I said, I understand the Concept 1B because I actually don't have that in the garage. Project Ion. These are all copy pasta tanks, but their Nurgle isn't. So it's not that. The Mule is. The CDT is. The Rambo isn't necessarily. It's similar, but I don't think it's a pure copy pasta. Alembic 832. I don't know. What else we got? We got the Forest Spirit for some reason. Obsidian. I don't know, man. St. Louis was at breakfast. One game this morning, then work away, perhaps. Nice. Awesome. All right, 5 minutes, guys. Be right back. I gotta get some more cave.
Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. spoke in a tongue with strange dialect. He offered his help to the mighty Guido to bring some laughter to his love of speedos. To the coffee talk they both came, to bring the message of winning ways to all and sundry and the masses. Yes, that's right, lads and lasses. The damage counts and flexing back will keep you on the right track. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. So in what, if you want to progress, then seek out Guido nonetheless. With his sidekick Pilgrim, he has a message that to win you must be aggressive. The position and place that you must seek for the winners only, not the weak. The guru speaks, so listen well. His voice rings out like the Liberty Bell to bring you all to Unicom land, or to die hard trying in the sand. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. To the swamplands came the mountain man to teach his wisdom and pay his due. A man with a name only known to a few. To his followers, his words are
Often replaced with something else, but they can't be. Oh, okay. Yeah, that wouldn't make sense.
All right, we're back, guys. Yeah, I think Cliffy's probably. So I see. So that's something that's specifically for that tank, which is kind of dumb because it's just roundels and stuff. But they must be a specific design that otherwise doesn't exist. Well, there you go. There you go. Wish you could sell them. I don't even know. Actually, I got all kinds of stuff here. Decals. Oh, I can sell those. Those are
you've
always
probably got
sellable.
some
All right,
stuff.
there's
I mean,
Polish
I've
flags.
gone through it. Yeah, I've gone through a lot of my stuff. I haven't cleared everything, but because it seems to keep adding stuff to it.
Ooh-wee. I get so excited when they're sellable. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
The inscriptions are almost never sellable, which is irritating. Oh, more flags to sell. This is beautiful. That's 96,000 right there. That's not going to be dead inside. No, all of these collab things aren't sellable.
I think we touched on that before, didn't we? Because it is a collab,
Yeah.
they can't make, well, we can't make money out of it, even though it's pretend money. You know.
Until the EU passes their little silly law, and somehow now it's all.
Yeah.
Is it really a law or is it just like a rule? I don't know how they work it.
It's just, I mean, it's not the reason, but it is a reason not to be part of the European Union. I can tell you. Stupid bloody laws they pass. So glad we're not in it anymore. Anyway, that's a different matter.
Well, I sold a few things. Good. All right. Sidetracked. Let's see. Subjects du jour, my friends. Subjects du jour. We are continually accelerating the creep.
Aren't we?
Because there is a slew of silly tanks on the way.
Oh,
A slew
dear.
of silly.
Dear.
Let's rearrange this a little bit for you guys so you can read. Here we go. And we don't need the dumb ads. There we go. All right. ARL Project F. That's what are you? So what are you's doing the tier 11 thing? There's a bunch of tanks. Who cares? They're gonna have rocket projectiles and what are you? They have a black market coming up. Who cares? Nobody's playing it as far as I know. Maybe some of you are, but I'm not. Pilgrim, it's finally happened.
Right. It hasn't.
It has. It's the thing that we've all been clamoring for.
Of course it is.
Do you know what it is?
Well, I'm looking at the pictures and I'm assuming that 2.1 pets will appear in the garage. Because we've all been waiting for that. We don't need maps. We don't need any more op tanks. We just need dogs and cats knocking
Preach
around.
on, brother Pilgrim. Woof.
Jesus creepers.
Meow.
Seriously. What we need is a pest controller rifle that we can shoot these little buggers in the garage. That's what we need.
So apparently this is in 2.1, but it wasn't advertised on the official article. Whether or not it's live for 2.1 when 2.1 goes live, but it's in right now in the common test apparently. Well, here's the thing, fellas. There's many things here. How do you think they're going to implement this, Pilgrim, without reading the article there? I'm not gonna. You can't really tell from the article there what's going on. Although there is a slight clue in the pop-up for Chaffee the
Well,
dog.
I would imagine that it'll be whatever tank you look at in the garage will be accompanied by an animal of some sort. I can only assume that's how it's.
Well, it's like a global pet. You have a pet. But how do you think they're going to implement it into the game in terms of? I don't want to give away what I'm trying to get to.
Crew member.
Like, how would you get them?
It'd be a crew member.
No.
You'd have to buy it. You'd have to buy
Gator's
it.
starting to dig. Gator's starting to get it.
Okay, crew boat. Oh, okay.
All right. So if it gives a bonus in the game, how do you suppose they're going to give it to people or have people acquire them?
It'll be a marathon. It'll be something on. Oh, I
Could
don't
be all of
know.
that, but it's going to be monetized, isn't it?
Gonna be monetized. You buy it. Yeah.
Right.
You buy it.
I mean, there may be
No, you
some
don't.
that are available in different ways, but I imagine it's like it's like a premium dog.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm reading it
dude.
now. I've not seen the pop-up, but I'm reading it now.
Yeah. So
Additional credits after each battle? Really?
yeah, what pets provide, according to this website. Take it with a grain of salt.
Right.
Pet will bring additional credits after each battle. However, the client files mention several other resources. Credits, crew XP, bonds, events, combat XP, free XP, gold. Read into that. Different pets do different things, and you will acquire them different ways. And obviously, the free ones will not be as good as the ones you buy. Right? Is that... I think that's how it's going to go.
This stinks of wargaming running out of ideas, doesn't it? It's just some poor sap has been targeted within the company, creates something that creates interest. Oh, I know, I'll do pets, which has everything to do with tank warfare. Absolutely everything to do with tank warfare.
Well, now here's interest. I missed this the first read through. The bonus applies regardless of battle results. After reaching the limit of 10 battles, the bonus stops working.
Oh, so it's limited.
Yeah. The main mechanic. Now here's the other hook that they're going with here. With each new synergy level, your bond with the pet grows stronger. Your companion is a true ally. But if you stay inactive for too long, the synergy level will decrease. So that is a hook to get you to log in and play. Right? You have to grind. You have to play to get the synergy level up. And in order to keep that level of whatever you're getting, you have to continue to play the game. So there it is. There's unique animations.
Desperate times.
Yeah. Yeah. According to the files, unique pets with fixed names and likely special bonuses will also exist. These pets will probably be available only through special events or by selling them. that you can also name your pet with certain. So there's going to be multiple kinds, I believe. I would imagine there's going to be essentially free pets and premium pets and what, I don't know.
I almost feel like today is April the 1st. Almost.
Good dog. Good kitty.
Oh, geez.
World of What plus Woof. I'm not going to go through all the comments because it is the Armored Patrol and it gets spicy down there sometimes. But a couple good points are made in there. One of them's like, well, he thinks that it's going to be like a Watt plus bonus. Unknown if you have to rent them monthly or they're only free or you have to pay for them. But I don't get it. What's the point?
Brendan makes the correct point about this. If they are looking at new ideas to create interest or maintain interest, then keep it applicable to what the game is about. It's about tank versus tank. So it's a tank game. So he's saying, instead of pets, let's have mechanics. So you can have a mechanic that stands by the side of your tank with his spanner in his hand. The more sort of you interact with that, the better bonuses it does, or it repairs your tank quicker or cheaper or whatever. Make it part of the game. Not drag in some sack of poop and make it applicable to a tank game.
Yeah.
It's like the collabs they have with children. Children in skirts and all that nonsense and whatever it is. I mean, what's the point? Make it tank related. I can understand it. That's great. Yeah. Emotional support mechanics aren't legal. Exactly.
Fear of missing dogs. Dogs and cats living together.
So,
I don't know.
I hate dogs, Jimmy. But,
I feel like these days I've just
turned my game of World of Tanks.
I feel like these days I've just turned into the everything is bad and I hate everything that's new. That's not really. I try not to be that way, but I can't help.
No, it isn't that way, Guido. It isn't that way. It is completely illogical to bring that addition to the game when there's so much more they could do with it.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's opportunity cost. When they're putting development time into things like this, what else is not being worked on or developed? And I guess at the end of the day, that whole idea is dead. They're just going to keep dropping content. And most of you are looking at me going, well, you're an idiot, Guido. They've been doing that for 10 years. And yes, I get it. But I really felt for a long time of that 10 years, there was also a parallel attempt on occasion in fits and starts to manage the development in the game so that it was going in a better direction. And we've done that to some extent. It's a better game than it used to be in a lot of places. But
yeah, absolutely.
But it now it's just faster, stronger, and I don't know. That I guess we've said it before. This is just how it's going to be. So we're going to get pets and stuff like that. That is going to be the innovation that wargaming brings to the table now. It's not going to be maps. It's not going to be balancing tanks or working on the power creep situation at all. Making bigger maps, maybe changing some of the view range and things to make it matter, that kind of stuff. There's going to be no big mechanical developments in this game. The meta isn't going to change. They're not going to do anything to try to do anything about turbo games. It's just going to be content. And as long as the content is just enough to keep people buying stuff and going faster and faster and faster, then it'll go on until that is no longer the case. Which maybe describes every online game that ever existed, possibly.
Yeah, I totally understand that, because you will have a board meeting of various dignitaries of the World of Tanks will sit around the round table and they'll be discussing how to increase profits and decrease costs and all the rest of it, and how to do it cost efficiently, blah, 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 blah. And so these ideas are being thrown around by not necessarily gamers, but business people. So that's what you're going to get. A sack of shit. Sorry. But yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess pets are coming. You know, they don't put a feature. Very rarely have they ever put a feature in the common test that they scrapped.
I mean, if it's voluntary, if it's like you don't have to have them, but you can buy them, great, because I won't buy them.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be. I think it's all a case. Cliffy mentioned it up there a little bit, but it's all like bonuses to XP and credits and things like that. So that is not visible to the person you're playing against in a match. It's not like you got a plus a 0.2 dispersion buff or something because you had a dog, or you're spotting your sixth sense goes off half a second earlier or whatever. There's no real effect on gameplay. It's all results based, kind of like buying Watt Plus or buying Premium. It's Is this now, the third version of Premium? What do we have? Two, right? We have Watt Plus, we have Premium, and now we have Dog.
Yeah.
Watt Dog. Let's go into the dogs.
What pet?
Here's what's in Common Test 1. We've gone over this last week, but some interface improvements, random events on 3 new maps, sound physics, well-deserved reward, which should be at the end of this month when this thing comes out. New Year calendar. We're going to have is it on here? Advent calendar will be going on. Remember, that goes on first.
Yeah.
Battle results screen is going to get some upgrades. Hopefully get some of the functionality back from last time. There's a battle button now on the battle results, so you can go straight to battle. Some vehicle menu changes. The filters being worked on. We talked about the random events last week. Physics stuff. The well-deserved reward is going to be, it's already announced. It's the tier 7 double barrel, because everything's a double barrel, and auto loader, reloader, loader. There's the advent calendar thing. Oh, it mentions the pets here. And WCI winter patch. What is WCI? Oh, the World Championship International or some such. That's the thing in China. And some styles. Look at all these vehicles. T115, that's probably a Christmas box. A tier 3, most likely a Christmas box, the Germany thing. France, a tier 2, same idea. The Taurus Cat, a tier 8, likely box candidate. The Applique, a tier 5, maybe a box candidate. The Saryuta, tier 9 premium. Twin gun, of course, box candidate. Skoda T15A, a tier 4. So these all look like candidates for the premiums that will come out in the boxes. And there you go. About time for new currency. Yeah.
Wonder how long it's going to be.
Dog biscuits.
yeah. Boost your dog with dog biscuits. Wonder how long it's going to be before we get a premium tier 11. I reckon that's on the cards for next year.
Well, we sort of have one. It's not a premium, but it is the reward. We have the Blackrock. The Blackrock is the first reward.
We do have the Blackrock, yeah.
But premium, as far as making credits and stuff.
Credit?
Yeah. Well, hold on. We don't actually have a premium 10 though, do we?
Oh, don't we? No. Actually, we got reward tanks, haven't we? Yeah.
We have premium 9s that are pure just premiums, but I don't think we have any premium 10s. So that's probably more likely to show up in the near future.
Yeah.
Is an actual sellable. You'll no kidding, they'll sell you a tier 10 for cash.
Jeez.
I don't think one of those exists. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, the new currency will be dog biscuits and cat treats.
Yeah. Little bag of, we get directives for animal food.
All right, the Kame, the tier 9 Kame.
Before you go there, if I want a pet, I want a pet of my choosing. I don't want a cat, I don't want a dog. I want a rampant bull in the back garden that I feed dead babies to. There you go. That's the pet I want. That is the pet I want.
You got a little dark there with what you're feeding it, though.
Well, yeah.
Can we just feed it like some of those big fat pigeons that hang out on your back fence?
Yeah, you can have the pigeons. Yeah, absolutely. You can have the bleeding pigeons on my back fence. Absolutely. Yeah. I missed a bit off. I didn't mean dead babies human. I meant dead babies pigeons. There you go.
Thank you for that clarification.
Okay.
Strike the record and insert that, please.
Yeah.
All right, the Tier 9 Kame.
Anyway, sorry. Yeah, great name.
So what we need, Pilgrim, this was in the same meeting you were describing earlier. Because then they got down to brass tacks on exactly how they were going to do the things you said. Right? Making the money and all that good stuff. So somebody's like, we need some mediums that are also heavies but also mediums and also have an autoloader, loader, reloader. And one of their guys like, say no more. Kame. 330 Alpha.
Yeah.
42-second reload,
Of
which is a
course.
while. That's a long time. 5 shells with a 1.5-second interclip, so it is a pew pew pew. 5 shells at 330. That's 1,500 Math and Public plus. Really 1,600. But it's got a weird cooling mechanic. It's like almost a mandatory cooling mechanic. It's very strange. So their supposed balancing effort with this thing is thusly. It has 5 shells and gun cooling. The interclip is 1.5 seconds, but the base accuracy is 0.6 if you shoot that fast. If you wait 3.5 seconds between shells, then you get a 0.3.
Yeah. Well, you're not hitting anything, are you? If you're impatient.
I mean, if you taxi up and park next to something big and wide, yeah, you can drop 5 into them with a decent likelihood of hitting them. I mean, think of mouths or something dopey like that you just somehow drive up right up next to it or something. Otherwise, you're doing all right, do I shoot immediately with a 0.6 or do I wait 3.5 seconds for this double aiming mechanic? I don't know.
I had that idea, Cliffy. Hide all game, wait to the end game brawl, and then dump the magazine. Profit. There you go. That's how you play that tank.
That is the
You stick on the red line until
the
it's ready to go.
yin to the yang of the autoloader
yang,
plan
yeah.
of running in at the very beginning of the game, dumping as much of your clip, dying, and going back to the garage.
Yeah. Make the credits and just go back to the garage.
Good point, Wayne. You only have to wait 3 minutes in most games before you're at the end of the game.
Yeah, so true.
Used to be a longer wait. Now, end game comes up pretty quick. That's funny.
You find yourself getting impatient when the game lasts longer than 3 minutes. I'm getting to the point now where I'm so used to the rollovers and the 3 minute games. Is that if I get one that goes for 10 minutes, I'm like going.
You're just
and
like,
especially if I'm dead.
yeah.
Yeah.
You've had
I'm
enough
like,
of this game.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it ends up a draw.
Who is it that says that all the time? Enough of this game, I'm bored, move on. It's one of you guys. Next, I think it's Wayne, actually. It is Wayne, I think. All right, KB52. Going along with the idea that we need to have mediums that are heavies. Oh, I forgot to mention that this thing also does 55, and it has a 200 millimeter turret, so pretty good. So it's kind of a heavy medium thing. And then we have this monstrosity, the KB52. It's Russian, of course, so therefore it shall be great. This one has 3 shells at 340. It has 260 turret armor, of course. 132 hull. This is a medium, by the way. It does 50.
Yep, crikey.
Because why not? 3 shells, and it's a 24-second reload. It's like a medium version of the Object 752. It's more or less.
Yeah.
More or less, a
Thinking that,
752 is a medium, so it's much faster. It does 50 also. Yep. More, faster, autoloader,
Back in the
double
day,
barrel.
This is, I mean, this you can see how far it's changed. Remember when the 430U was the most heavily armoured and probably OP medium? The old 430U,
Yeah.
You could sit hull down and just, not now. They got these things in the game, which is like everything else. Everything is power crept.
I like
So I
this.
guess it's a road that they can't come off anymore, isn't it?
No, we're so far down that slide. KB52 is a Soviet Tier 9 universal medium. There's a new term that combines the best traits of the medium and heavy. God, that's what we need. Absolutely. No weaknesses. We don't need weaknesses. Weaknesses are for losers
No.
and clowns that don't
don't
have
need
an
much.
autoloader or two barrels. What, Pilgrim, when is the double barrel autoloader coming out?
I don't know. I was just thinking in the back of my head, when's the double-barreled artillery coming out?
3 shells in each barrel. Boom,
Yeah.
boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom.
Yeah.
So 6.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to happen.
And the mechanic will be at a 0.01 second lockout.
At that point, I'll probably go and play Call of Duty.
Yeah. All right. Then we have the Lorraine 120 Albie. Albie. What? All right. 400. Is this also an autoloader? Of course it is. 4 shells. 2.5. We got. What is the difference? It's just another. Oh my God. It's a tier 8. Of course it is. Of course it's a tier 8. So we brought the Foch down. It's a tier 8 Foch. Because I guess the
Right,
AC-48 wasn't good enough.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder if it's got the same weak point on the top bar.
It appears to have
I wonder.
it appears to have that thing right there.
Okay.
You can see it. Yeah, it's got a bar across the top. So a tier 8 Foch, fellas. Sure, why not? Yeah. 400 Alpha. It has 4 of those, so that's 1600, enough to take out a heavy. It does have a relatively long intra clip of 2.5. Not terrible. -7 gun depression. Armor is pretty good at 250 on the upper hull. That's more heavily armored than most of them, isn't it? Most of them being the French. Let's see. Let's look at the other French
I don't know. Let me look.
TDs here.
Yeah.
What is the AC-48? $150. What did I say this thing was? Of course it is. Well more armor than the
Yeah.
AC-48. Good. Perfect. Oh my goodness gracious. I guess I didn't realize the AC-48 actually had that hatch on it too. It's got a bar on it too. Oh my gosh, what is the Foch at tier 9? Is it
Hello.
is
I haven't
it
got
250? About vehicle. Characteristics. Survivability. 180. Oh my goodness. 70 more than the tier 9.
that. Yeah. Yeah.
What are we doing?
We're making something that's going to be horrendous at tier 8.
And it does
But
50.
thankfully, it will see tier 9s. Yeah.
Okay, the tier 9 does 50. What does the tier 6 or the tier 8 do right now? The AC-48. It's going to be faster, isn't it? Nope, same. 50 and 15. All right. So this one does 400. They both do 400. The AC-48 has a 257 pen, so that one has 2 less on the standard round. Rate of fire, not really a factor here. Reload is 29 seconds. This thing has 40, so it's considerably longer. But this only has 3 shells, so this premium has 4. Remember, they took a shell away from this, didn't they? In order to get it back into the game,
Remember,
so it could
yeah.
reload faster,
Yeah.
because that was one of its problems, kind of, they thought anyway. So now they're going to reintroduce one with more shells and more armor.
Of course
Good.
they are.
Cool. Good plan. Good plan, Wargame. Then we have this thing, which is probably the worst of the lot, because it's just a lowly single shot.
Yeah. Whoever thought that would work?
Who makes those
Yeah.
anymore? What do we make? Why are we even making that? It's a
No.
14-second reload. It's just a big dumb tier 9 Mongo tank. It only does 33. I don't know why it doesn't do 50. Its armor really isn't that good. The turret's 250. I mean,
Typical French heavy, though, isn't it?
French heavy. The French heavy turret, the big square turret. 10 less than this little tiny rounded thing, which is, this turret is apparently only made of armor. This is one of those oscillating, I think. See how it's kind of nestled in this? I think this part of it is all that armor.
Yeah.
Kind of a spaced armor idea. That's the armor right there. The rest of the turret isn't nearly that thick. Yep, so that guy's coming, that guy. Here's the Ogar. This is a press X, go fast turbo mode Czech tank. These are just in-game screenshots. Here's our double-barreled Black Prince 2. And that may be it for this stuff. Arcade cabinets going on. Oh, here's a Czech. Now here's a Tier 9 tank destroyer, premium. And then that's the H3. Here's another Czech Tier 8 medium tank premium with a 6-shell auto reloader. Just never ends, man. It never ends.
No.
There's no end to auto loader, loaders.
I mean, every tank they bring out is going to be that now, isn't it? Because, as I said, they've gone down this rabbit hole they can't get back out of.
RU Black Market emerges from the shadows. I have not heard anything about a black market for us, but tis the season. They usually happen in this area or in the new year. There's also this Saryuta double-barrel Japanese TD. Change from premium to promotional. That's interesting. Huh. So maybe they decided not to release it as a premium. It's going to be, I don't know, a pro.
Something you win.
Yeah, something you win somehow, or grind to, or in a box. Unique tank, repair cost increase, blah, blah, blah. The Taurus Cat. And that's it, guys. So, lots of possibilities, I would say, for what's going to be in the boxes in terms of all of those tanks that are in Super Test, Common Test. Although I would say probably now the tanks released, the tanks already in the files and ready to go. So there's a number of them. And those new ones we just looked at that are part of 2.1, I think it'd be highly unusual that any of the Super Test tanks end up in boxes at this point. It's pretty late in the game, so I don't think those are necessarily things that are going to be in Christmas.
Yeah.
Tanks you didn't know you needed. Yeah, I am really... It was a lot of years where I basically had every tank while I was doing the CC thing.
Yeah.
But now, there's quite a few tanks I just don't have any now. You know, a lot of new stuff I just don't have. Which I'm not missing anything.
No,
Emotional support
I think...
Civet.
Yeah.
You don't think what?
No. Well, I think when you were a CC, it was part and parcel of the package, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But I guess now it's like you can pick and choose it now. You can go, do I really need that tank? I know I'm a collector, but, you know, it's just another version of what I've got already.
Yeah. Pretty happy with myself for conserving gold, though, because it's been 2 years now, maybe 3. It might be going on 3. I don't remember how long it's been, but I still have a good chunk from the last time. I think last Christmas was the first Christmas I didn't get boxes from Wargaming, so it must be about 2 years now. So I've been able to keep that. I don't spend them as freely, obviously, now that I'm buying them. Emotional support Civet, yeah. That'll be interesting. We'll see what happens with that. It's kind of, the whole pet thing's kind of whatever. Guess we beat that. We beat that dead horse already.
It's coming.
Yeah. I think that's all I got, man. What else? You got anything else? What big plans for Christmas?
I haven't. No, well, Christmas is going to be slightly different this year because normally we have the family here on Christmas Day, but my daughter's decided that at some point in the next 18 months she's getting married. So.
Congrats.
Yeah, no, it was like, I mean, she's been with her partner for 10 years now. He took her off to Switzerland earlier on this year and proposed at the top of a mountain. Why he did that, I have no idea, because that was just like crazy stuff. But anyway, he did.
You're the climbing guy. You should understand that.
Well, yeah, I know. Yeah, I get it, but you know,
Yeah.
I've, I've stopped being romantic about 50 years ago. So there you go. Yeah, the most romantic thing I do these days is put the kettle on in the morning to make a cup of tea for her. So that's it. So yeah, I mean, you know, he's a great guy. Don't get me wrong, he's a great guy, and really they deserve each other. They've been partners for 10 years, so now has to make it official, which is great.
Good.
Obviously keeps Mum happy as well. Mum's happy she's got a wedding to go to, so that's good.
Oh, boy.
So the upshot of that, the upshot of that is that normally exactly that.
Is that the tradition in England? Is the parents?
It
is. The bride's parents mostly pay for everything. Yeah.
Yeah, father of the bride. You've got it. Yeah. Your man Martin had it right. It's going to cost me my pension. Absolutely. So, but the upshot of that is that they're going to his parents for Christmas, and so. His father's American. His mother's Singapore, I think it is Singapore. Yeah.
All right.
So they live in Singapore part of the year. During the cold months, they live over in Singapore, and then during the summer months, they come to the UK.
Yeah.
Why I don't know, but there you go. But so yeah, they're off to Singapore. So we're getting
for
people,
Christmas. Oh wow.
Yeah, for Christmas. Yeah. So
it's not like just down the street or Scotland or
it's not around the corner, is it?
Yeah, because when you said they're going to be there for Christmas, like, well, they just pop back to your place at some point, but not for Singapore. They're not.
No. Well, so what we're doing is Christmas Day. It'll just be the House General and me.
Yeah.
Deep joy, and then Boxing Day, my son will come over with the granddaughters and make Christmas for us, so that'll be fine. But Christmas Day, I'll probably be cleaning the bike or doing something in the shed. You know what it's like.
Right.
So there you go. That's my Christmas. Yeah.
Wow.
Yours is yours family? Are yours coming home?
Kind of a not. I'm going to call it similar. There's no wedding involved, but my daughter is somewhat seriously dating somebody now, and apparently that person will be in my house the day after Christmas.
Have you met him yet?
I have.
Did you do the stern father one-eyed look on him when he walked in?
I did. He's
Good.
He's an Army officer.
Good man.
I mean, I have my reservations about Army, but
well, yeah, because you know you're hotel dwellers. You don't understand Army, do you?
I do though, because I lived with the Army for 2 years, and I lived in their.
You did, yeah. You did Marines, didn't you?
I was in their. I was in their tents.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's going to be different because that's not something that we have actually dealt with. In fact, it'll be the first time that we've dealt with that. In fact, she'll be going out there. I mean, we're really moving our holidays around now that I think about it, because we're going to actually do our Thanksgiving the day earlier because she's leaving on Thanksgiving because the flights are cheaper to go to his family. So
right. Got you.
That part of life where, you know, we're not necessarily the deciders on where everyone's going to be and what they're going to do is now we're doing that, you know, and the house general, the house general is a little prickly, you know, she's a little not, you know, wants to support, but also doesn't want to not be in control of what's happening.
Absolutely.
So yeah, our holiday season.
I mean, it's to be fair for house generals, it's probably the time of the year where they are the ultimate, you know, director of life, aren't they? You know,
yes.
Christmas is everything. The house general does it. Everything that happens. So when they start to lose control, you're quite right. It's like our Christmas Day is going to be fairly nondescript. I can imagine, you know, it'll be similar to yours when your two eventually don't come home at Christmas.
Right.
It'll be, you know, it'll be Guido go off to the shed or the garage and do something.
Go work on the fence that I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, go and get the fence done.
Yeah, so you guys
5 years at it.
We're entering that phase that you've already gone through, so it's very interesting seeing how all of that goes down, and good on them. I mean, they're young adults are trying to figure out life. They got to do that. You did that. I did that. You know, there was a day when I left after college that I don't think I came home for Christmas, but maybe twice after that. That was it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. No,
Once I joined the
absolutely.
military, I was
No,
almost never home for Christmas. It's not.
That's it.
We'd come in the summer and visit, and then Christmas was. In fact, the family here that we hang out with, been friends of ours since Okinawa since '96, and he works with me. Not so. We've spent more Thanksgivings with them than our own families.
Ah, yeah,
Like,
absolutely. It's
Very.
that's
I
the
would
way it
tell
goes,
you.
isn't it?
I don't know how many Thanksgivings we spent, but virtually all of them since we've known them. It's crazy. Yeah, so it's going to be
To
different.
be fair, yeah, I think, yeah, you do adjust to it. I'm quite sure you will. You know, it. I think we've had probably 4 or 5 Christmases, but the bonus of grandchildren is that then it forces that situation to recover itself. So then the House General's got yet another lease of life when it comes to the holidays. You know what I mean? So it's quite
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if I'm left alone to get on with stuff, I'm quite happy with that as well. You know what I mean?
So the guys are saying,
You know.
we got Chaffee before he comes. This year you'll need to buy Chaffee before you can click on him for the. Yeah, they may fold that dog thing into Christmas. That could very well be part of it, and then he's just permanently in your garage, unless the pets are just a Christmas thing. But the way I read it, it sounds more like a permanent thing. You're moving Christmas to New Year, says Eighth Hussers. So you got some comings and goings that you have to move Christmas. That's not bad. Cliffy got Christmas 2 days early and then got to go to Christmas again at Grandma's. Was that a
That's
good or
cool.
bad deal? Sounds like a good deal.
I don't know. To me, it
Parents,
does 2 Christmas dinners.
there are parents moved and didn't give you the new address. Some people do enjoy the fact that they're no longer dealing with their kids.
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah.
I like having them around. They added a line extension for the French heavy tanks on console. Oh, no kidding. A new line? Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Which could tie into that French heavy coming in on Super Test.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, now that I think about it, they probably will tie the dog into the Christmas dog, I'd imagine.
Christmas.
I wonder if the first pet you get
Yeah.
will be Chaffee if you do the Christmas stuff, and then that guy's permanently
Yeah.
in your garage, and that'll be part of the whole thing that you can interact with him and set the bonuses or whatever you want to do with it. I wouldn't be
Could well be.
surprised though if there was some gold or something required. You know how in the past you could buy doodads for it with gold that then went away? That's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I actually bought them because it was
Yeah.
Gibby's gold, but just for giggles to see what happened. But of course, nothing really happened. You just lost gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would suspect that's probably true. I bet the first pet is Chaffee or some version of that, and somehow you turn it into a permanent dog if it's not already permanent. That'd be my guess. That would be we never knew any different.
No.
It's just how it was, right? Yeah. Yep. Well, Pilgrim, I hope you have a fantastic. How's work
Yeah.
going, man? You still enjoying the work?
It's all right. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I guess you could call it strange hours. So I start work at 3 p.m. 1500 hours, and I finish at 23:30. But that gives me all day, every day, because most of the time, most people don't go to bed. Well, probably not as early as 10 o'clock. So
Sure.
you're normally up and about doing stuff up until 11 o'clock at night anyway.
Yeah.
And then, so to actually go to work at that point, finish work at that point, sorry, and start work at 3 o'clock gives me every day. So every day's a day off, to be honest.
Right. I mean, if you
That's
really
quite
want to
cool.
do something, you can.
Right.
Bonzi, thanks, man.
Exactly.
Huh.
It's exactly that. I mean, I can get so much more done during the day. It's amazing. I love it. So it's good. Yeah, it's all right. It's not stressful. It's quality control. It's just picking stuff up and looking at it and saying yes or no to it. So yeah,
Good.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
theoretically, I'm getting
Yeah, I'll be
paid
back
again.
next weekend as well. Yeah. Yeah. Is the federal budget being signed off now then?
The continuing resolutions, but yes, the government is funded as of right now. They kicked the can down the road, I think, till after the New Year's or some such. So they need to do their
So
job.
here's
and
the
make a
question, and I do believe I've asked this question of you before. Does all federal employees, will they get back pay for the period of time they
It
didn't get
appears
paid?
so. Yes, that's the plan, as far as I know.
Okay. Because that money wouldn't have gone anywhere, would it? It just sits in the budget somewhere.
Well, it's a weird thing, isn't it? Because there wasn't any money, right? Technically, since the
Yeah,
CR,
right,
like
yeah,
they
I
didn't
knew
know
that
what
dated
money
there.
was there. Theoretically, it would
Yeah.
at least be last year's, but the CR could change stuff depending on what's in it. It wasn't a purely clean
Yeah.
CR, so they did some additions stuff in there, which was the whole one of the things the
Oh.
fight was about. And so now it is funded at last year's rate with some adjustments here and there in the bill that they went to the back room and hammered out. And then now they have to do an actual funding bill for whatever portion of the year that they don't continually kick the can down the road on CRs. It's a clown show. They'll whatever. Theoretically, we all get our money. So people who went home and didn't have to work and had a month and a half vacation will get every bit of the same money as me who had to work.
Oh, you're joking. So you went back. You went to work every day.
Pretty much, yeah. Other than the few days that I didn't have anything scheduled. I streamed a couple of those days because I was furloughed on those days. But yes, the rest of them didn't do anything.
See, the thing is, I guess, is like Jimmy's just said there. What if you do get the back pay? The tax is going to be huge on it, isn't it? It's going to be, you're going to lose a great big chunk of that.
No, it'll be the same. I don't think just because.
Oh, will it?
it's-
Okay.
No, it's the same percentage. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the tax mathematician types could tell me how I'm going to lose out on that. Maybe I don't know. It's not that my my salary went up or anything. It's just I got it in a
No,
bigger chunk.
okay, I'm just thinking that one through. Yeah, you're right. It's not like you've had excess money, so there the taxman's going to bang you.
Right.
Yeah. It's what you would have earned anyway. Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing at the end of the
Yeah.
year. Now, if you're trying to do stuff quarterly, I guess that might have an effect on you. When I worked for bonus.
Hey, here's the
paychecks.
thing. We're talking about bonuses. Thor Labs, which is the company I work for, American company, God bless you. It's quite a good company actually to work for. It's very proactive. Anyway, long story cut short, I've only been there 11 months, but they've signed me off to get the annual bonus, even though I've only been there 11 months. I was like, oh, thank you very much. Yeah.
Very cool.
So,
Yeah.
but then the thing I find out about bonuses, the previous company I worked for used to do bonuses, and they didn't pay it one year, and the amount of angst because people weren't getting a bonus. My mindset is that this bonus is additional money. It's not part of what you should calculate into your everyday living expenses or for Christmas or everything. Because the amount of people in my last place were going on about, oh, they're not paying the bonus, I can't afford my kids' toys this year for Christmas. You're like, well, why did you include that into any form of forward planning?
Right.
Because it's not a guarantee, is
Right.
it?
Right.
It's not a guarantee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and it's
Crazy.
kind of it's the same thing with when you do these schemes. These governments do schemes on they get kind of a temporary tax or a thing that they get passed. Like, hey, we need this for 2 years or 5 or whatever to do this thing. Well, invariably, what happens is they get used to that money. They rearrange how they operate and where monies go, such that when you get to the end of that, now they can tell you that, well, geez, if you cancel that, then all these other things suffer. I'm like, no, that was voted for that thing. How does it have any effect on anything else? Well, because money is fungible. It goes where it needs to go. That all those arguments about it's fenced for this, that, and the other are complete bullshit. It's
Yeah, absolutely. 'cause
in the grand scheme of how
everything's
things
up
are.
for grabs.
Right.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of how the real world works, that none of that is true in any way. The big problem we have many big problems. One of the big problems we have are these state-supported lotteries, where they have a whole lottery system and it's scratch-offs and the big Powerball and all this BS, and they're like, oh, we'll just do this and it'll be extra money for education. It'll be a fantastic deal. Well, now they're used to it. State-funded gambling
absolutely.
in order to fund stuff. They're just grabbing cash. And what's actually beautiful about it, from their standpoint, is you gather all the money. You say the prize is $1 million. The dude wins it, and then he tax it at about 60%. So they take right back
Yeah.
60% of it.
Ah,
I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
if that is not a freaking Ponzi scheme of epic proportions, I don't know what is.
Yeah,
And it preys upon
yeah, absolutely.
the lower middle and lower class the most.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah.
rich people are not going out and buying handfuls of frickin' lottery tickets. So it's a de facto
No.
tax on the lower middle class and the poor. And,
We-
and they,
we
they
have the-
prance around preening and talking about how they're helping education and the children. Like, oh, you scumbags.
yeah, yeah.
You're all scum.
We have the similar sort of thing with the lottery over here that we have is privately owned. So, but they have a stipulation within the lottery that something like 80% of the profits made from the lottery go into nominated charities.
Right.
So the charities get the money.
Right.
That's great.
Yeah.
The only other scheme we've got over here that doesn't attract tax is we have this thing called a maze where you can win £1 million house or £2 million house or whatever the cost of the house is. You can have that house plus cash that goes with it for your £1 ticket, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
That doesn't attract any. That is tax free
Yeah.
unless you sell the property. Once you sell the property, you get taxed. So
Those-
you can either keep the property, move into it, live in it, or you can sell it and pay as tax.
Those schemes are illegal in the States unless it's attached to a charity. So that's basically a
Right, okay.
raffle. So raffles, you got to be careful with
Yeah.
raffles.
Yeah,
Because
it's a
raffles
raffle.
can be
Yeah.
highly illegal if it's not also attached to some kind of charity thing. And there's a lot of rules for raffles.
Got ya.
Adam Yorktown says, have a shutdown. Yeah. Well, they voted themselves to get paid during shutdowns. But people kind of get up on their arms with that. I think, obviously, technically, it's a bad look, and I agree with you. They shouldn't get paid. On the other hand, there is, especially in the Senate, there is no senator that gives two shits about their paycheck. They're all rich as hell, senators.
Yeah, absolutely not.
There might
Right,
be...
they've not lost money.
There's some representatives, the big house, that aren't super rich, but most of them are well off by the time they get out. So even most of them aren't that worried about their paycheck. But yes, they shouldn't be paid, and it's a joke that they are. Debt limit isn't real. Yes, yeah, international finance. I saw a thing on this. We the world, owe something on the order of 7 times the total amount of theoretical GDP in the world. And of course, it made a
Wow.
great point. It said, "Who do we owe? Who do we owe that to?"
Yeah. Who does that go to?
The theory is each other. That's the smoke and mirrors. But we don't owe anyone. It's just
No.
central banks shifting numbers around. That's all it is. It's funny. That's why really most politicians at the top levels and these financiers and bankers don't really get serious about worrying too much. Debt limits and debts are just numbers to be adjusted. That's all.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
Exactly that. And when you're playing at that level, the numbers are so huge. It's like it's unthinkable that like we've had before. It's failed, but it's unthinkable that particular system should fail. I mean, when it did, it hit hard, didn't it?
Yeah.
We all paid for that.
Well, it only fails if enough people lose confidence in it. It's a confidence scheme. That's
Yeah.
all it is. It's a confidence scheme. Like
Yeah.
any confidence
Yeah.
scheme or Ponzi scheme, they only can fail if confidence is lost and people stop participating. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
And that's where all the revolutionaries get all their great ideas and bullshit about how they're going to do this and boycott and all this stuff. I'm like, well, that's not how humans work. But on occasion,
No.
those big things fail because confidence fails. But we'll see. School teacher, I watched North Carolina.
Pilgrinomics. There you go, Heisenberg.
Yeah. Yeah, Heisenberg, absolutely. That's another great example. All this free COVID money gets chucked out. They start to get used to it. They adjust other budgets because that money is coming in, and when it goes away, they can make the argument that, hey, you're cutting our money. Like, well, that was temporary money, but memories are short. People don't want to listen.
Yeah.
Big taxes incentivized. What is that taking the big tax incentivized take? Yeah. You can raffle off a house. Tax laws still apply. Yeah. Yeah, charities are a thing. I mean, like I've said before, I work with Habitat, and I think that Habitat is a good model because it's mostly all local. There is some tithing to international, and they do something, whatever they do with that money, which is on the international side. But as a general rule, if your charity, if you can walk into the charity and you can look at their books and they're open, then that's a decent charity. If it's a local charity that will advertise its numbers, which we do here in our Habitat affiliate, at any point the public can go, hey, can I look at your numbers? It's easy. Like, yeah, here they are. There's nothing going on here, man. Here's what we took in. Here's the whole spreadsheet. Here's everything we have and where it is. Minus the account numbers. Obviously, we're not going to give that up. But if they don't do that, do not give them a damn cent. Not one red penny. And here's another warning for my American friends. When you go into these big stores and they say, hey, you want to give $2 to the children or the whatever, they do that. They take the money in. They do pass it through. But then they take the tax adjustment off of your money.
There you go.
And they apply it to their company.
Yeah.
If you want to give a charity money, give it directly to the charity and make it a local charity that has open books.
Absolutely.
And then you are going to be well more off helping out local people than helping these a-holes out who are using that tax benefit for a big box company.
Yeah,
the benefit
exactly,
is...
Jimmy, I was just about to say that. That's money into their account as well. So their account will attract interest. That does not go to the charity.
I mean, there's an economy of scale when you're dealing with a big box company that they're able to put large chunks into these charities. But then we get into the where's idea of where's this money going? And a lot of these things you can't see it. The stuff isn't public, so it's
No.
And I feel bad because you have to look another human in the eye and go, no, I don't want to help the children.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But
I've
got
you get that roundup. I don't know if you get it on when you pay by card. You get asked, do you want to round it up to the nearest pound for charity? And you're like, you can decline it or agree it. And I'm like, no, I'm declining it because I don't know what you're doing with that money. I'd rather give that money direct to the charity. Thank you.
Yep. Or even better, money's great because if you have it and can help do it, the other option is to volunteer, get down there and do something with your time.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Give time as well as money. Time is good.
Yep. All right, fellas, that's enough pontificating and yapping. Next week, I think we're good next week. Let me see, because Christmas and all that's coming up. So let's kind of project into the future. Yeah, next week will be fine.
22nd next week, isn't it? 23rd.
23rd. I think the 30th will be fine. None of those are really holidays, so we're not really climbing on top of Thanksgiving or anything. And then we'll get to December later. But it looks like for December, nothing is in conflict with Christmas or New Year. So I'm fully expecting, unless I end up going somewhere, which I don't know that I am, and I probably am not, we should be good all the way through to the New Year, fellas. So I don't expect.
December is multiples of 7 every Sunday.
Is it?
That's quite cool, isn't it? Yeah, so it's
7,
it's
14, 21. Yeah, it is. Look at that. Yeah, a little numerology for you, my friends.
There you go. Pilgrinomics. We just made money on that one.
We sold Sunday and bought back 2 Saturdays.
Yeah. That's the way to do it. At half price.
Grendel, you are not the hero we wanted, but you are the hero we deserve.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. We are what we want to be in the back of our minds. You are what we want to be.
Changing the world $1 at a time. Or is it a $5 now? I don't know. It's been a long, long time since I volunteered to help in that industry.
I have no knowledge of that whatsoever, Guido.
Me either. To be fair, though, that is part of where I learned to not gamble.
Yeah, I mean that's a fair one. Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's a kind of gamble, and you think good things are going to happen sometimes, but all that happens is your dollar goes bye-bye. Probably turns into white powder and goes up someone's nose.
Yeah.
20s. God, my goodness. Whew. All right. Pilgrim, you have a fantastic rest of your weekend, my friend, and week. We'll see you next week. I will try to stream sometime next week for sure. Let's go
Okay.
find somebody
Cool.
to raid. Bye-bye.
Yep.
Well, that's
Take
not-
it easy, everybody out there. Have a good weekend and a good week.
Gonna get out on your bike if you can, or does the weather turn so much that
I
it's hard
will.
to
Yeah.
find?
I mean, the weather's all right. Well, I've got the Honda, which is my winter hack. So
Right.
the Garage Queen is parked up, almost ready to be winterized. You know what I mean?
So
But,
is a Honda a road bike
but
as
the
well?
Honda-
Is it a
Yeah, it's
cruiser
an
as well?
adventure bike.
Oh, it's
No,
the
it's an
adventure.
adventure
Okay.
bike. So yeah.
A little lighter, a
So
little
it-
easier to
you
get
know,
around
it-
on. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm predominantly aluminium, so it doesn't rust and all that sort of good stuff. So my American Muscle is going to be. I mean, it's still rideable. I've not garaged it up for the winter, but
Right.
it'll have to be a very dry, sunny day for me to take it out on the road. You know what I mean? So yeah.
All right, who we got here, guys? Any suggestions?
Okay, so every E2 marries a stripper. If left supervised, yeah, that might be all right.
At least once, right? If unsupervised.
Yeah, absolutely.
She said she loved me and we were going to see the world together. The thing is, he ain't kidding. I mean, I'm sure you have the same
No.
phenomenon. As soon
yeah,
as that
we have.
kid... Go ahead.
Well, you guys do extra long tours compared to ours. So we do 6-month tours of various locations around the world, and one of them is used to be called British Honduras. It's now called Belize, which you guys tend to sail your yachts down for a bit of a weekend away. Anyway, Belize, you do a 6-month tour. The number of private soldiers who want to get married within that 6 months because they've met the love of their life. You know, I'm not saying that the Belizean females want to come back to the UK and live the good life, but, you know, the CO tends to reject those requests on a regular basis, you know?
Ours was Filipinos when we were still in the Philippines. That was the big one. A lot of
Yeah.
older guys
Yeah.
from Clark Air Base. A lot of Filipino wives.
Yeah.
Korean wives is the other one. A lot of Korean wives.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, it's everything because we're everywhere. So you know, I knew lots of guys, English, British, German,
Yeah.
Italian, because we're on all those bases. Those are
Yeah.
big ones. I would say Filipinos a while back, Koreans for sure, some Japanese, but that's not nearly as common. And
Right, yeah.
what's interesting with the Japanese is if an American marries a Japanese girl, they're more likely to live in Japan. And there's not a
Japan,
lot
I was
of
going
them.
to say that, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting how that goes. Yeah, it's interesting how that goes. All right. We are going to raid somebody. We're starting this raid. Devious Shots.
Nice one. Devious Shots, yeah.
All right, guys. Appreciate you coming by. Thank you for the
Awesome.
subs. Thank you for the follows. Thanks for the enjoyment on a Sunday morning. Finish up the rest of your coffee. Have a fantastic day. Pilgrim, Guido signing off from the left side of
Yeah,
the Atlantic.
take it easy, everybody.
Later.
I'm signing off from the correct side of the Atlantic.